is racism a trigger word that is being used by media and everybody else to keep black people in their emotions and in their feelings? I say yes. But firstly, let me define what racism is. Racism is defined as prejudice, discrimination, or antagonism by an individual or an institution towards another individual or people on the basis of their membership to a racial group or an ethnic group that is typically marginalized or a minority. I feel like we as a black community at large, universally, are being taken on a ride. We're being duped, we're being tricked to stay in our emotions because we know that racism is a result of something that is deeper to us as a people, and there's people who are using this to toy with us, and I'm not sure that we're aware of this. And we do know how emotional people react, right? Emotional people sometimes are not logical, they don't think, right? So I feel like mainstream media is trying its best to keep us triggered, constantly triggered. At the same time, they're trying to keep us in a trance, and this trance helps us to rest so comfortably in our victimhood. But this is a conflicting and confusing message, because on one hand, we're being told that we as melanated people are chosen by nature, we and the continent of Africa are great, kings and queens, right? But on the other hand, we're perpetual victims of white supremacy, victims of white corporate injustices, victims of racism. What is it? I feel like this is problematic, so problematic, because it hinders us from realizing the greatness that we once were as a people before Europe invaded Africa and spread all these Africans all over the world. We're great, and we're being told that we are great, and it's a good message to hear. But in the same breath, I feel like we're thinking that the greatness that was Africa once is hereditary or infectious. It's not. Like, if you feel that something is yours, you're convinced it's yours and you want it back, whether it's dignity, whether it's your wealth, anything, you take it back. You don't beg for it. Ancient Romans and Greeks understood this. They were patient enough to learn from as well as to borrow from Africans. Now, I feel that this is where strategy comes into play. If we are convinced that the justice system, for example, is discriminatory and is unjust to black people, I feel this is where we need to inject ourselves in such departments or such institutions. For instance, having more black people police officers, having more black people lawyers, more black people judges, etc., etc. The same can be applied to other institutions or departments that we feel are discriminatory or unjust to us black people. Acceptance, like any 12-step program, is the foundation for recovery. And if we as a black people at large accept that we suffered all this injustice and slavery from our oppressors, not because of hatred, but because of envy and greed, but mostly envy, we would then accept ourselves for who we are. Accept ourselves so much that we embody the very thing that they were envious of. Embody our hair and love it, which would kill a lot of businesses. Our bodies, aesthetically, we would just kill a lot of businesses. Love what it is that we produce, that is textiles. Africa has it galore. If we celebrate and love that about us, we kill a lot of businesses. If we love each other and are not killing each other, if we are marrying each other and building a lot of communities, because there's social capital in healthy communities, social capital in healthy marriages, because marriages just split wealth and it doesn't conduce growth and productivity for a community or a family. So if we do all these things that they were envious of, we won't need to complain. Remember a world that was not so gynocentric, a world where men were willing to defend what it is that they had. That is a world that we need to get back to, because we need masculinity to build just as much as we need femininity to heal. Thank you for watching my video. Please like my video and subscribe to my channel if you enjoy the content. Catch you in the next video. Bye y'all.